Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Destiny here. Happy New Year's. I have missed you guys so much. So much. I am so happy that the holidays are pretty much over. If you guys watch my vlog channel, you know I get a little wacky during the holidays. I just needed a break. I just needed to sit down. I just needed to breathe. So I am so happy to be back filming a video for you guys. I am so coffee trashed. I'm coffee trashed. You know what I mean? I have so much coffee in my system right now. I'm just warning you now because this video is probably going to be really hyper. I'm going to be speaking really fast. I'm going to need to calm myself a bit. I'm happy to see you guys. I missed you guys so much. Oh my God. I'm so happy to be back. Like seriously. I wanted to film from the beginning of the new year, but the holidays really put me through it, okay? I was going through a phase, y'all. I was going through this thing where I was just like, no, I'm not filming anymore. You guys hate me, and nobody views my videos. Like, I was just wacky. I was heavily in like with this loser. I was like, what is going on with me? The holidays really down bad, man down. I was down bad, but I'm back. Okay, so this video is pretty much going to be a favorites video. This is not going to be so much of a monthly favorites. It's going to be a favorites of 2014. Some of these products are older than a year or so. Some of these products I've talked about, raved about. Maybe some of these products you haven't even seen yet, but I will have links in the bottom bar where you can see me using them, talking about them, and all that good stuff. I want to go ahead and start off with foundation. Girl, you already know that I love that Lancome. I love that Lancome. I'm in love with the Lancome. Like their foundation, hands down. You guys remember when I used to be in love with Makeup Forever? My love for Lancome trumps that tenfold. That matte, beautiful, that Teint Idole Ultra. Let's talk about that Teint Idole Ultra. Not only does it have amazing colors, amazing range, amazing finish. It's just amazing. And the thing about it is I love that you can mix it with other foundations. I'm going to show you a foundation that I generally mix it with when I want to kind of thin it out or kind of preserve it a bit longer. I'm going to show you that in a second. The colors I use are 520 and 540. Currently, I'm wearing a 540. When I want to be all of my, oh my God, my hands are ashy. When I want to be my true deepest, darkest, this is the exact color that I am, I will use the 540. When I want a slight highlight, I'll use the 520. I usually don't like to go any brighter than that. I really don't like when my foundation doesn't match my neck, my body, my hands, my legs. I like to be chocolate through and through. I'm in love with my cocoa. So I've been loving their foundation lately. I would say that Top Miracle, Nude Miracle, and Teint Idole Ultra are the three that you have to try, hands down. Even if you only go to Macy's and get a sample, you need to try it. You know, it's one of those things that if you haven't tried it, you're going to look at the price and go, no way. But you use it so much, and then every time you use it, you're so in love with yourself, it's worth the money, hands down. Next, I'm going to move on to concealers. Now, a few weeks, maybe to a month ago, I did my top 5 high-end concealers, and I absolutely love and stand by every concealer in that video, but I did forget 1 or 2. The one that I forgot, namely, is my Derma Blend concealer. Now, I wouldn't necessarily consider them super high-end because you can find them at other places outside of the department store. I get mine online. They do have a website. I'll try to have some links in the bottom bar so you guys can go ahead and check that out. The reason I love their concealers as well as their foundation is that pigmentation. If you happen to suffer from hyperpigmentation, if you have birthmarks, if you have a port wine stain, if you have freckles that you want to cover, Derma Blend is the bomb. It is amazingly pigmented. A lot of people compare it to the Kat Von D, which I also love, which is very pigmented, but they don't really make a shade that I feel I can wear. Hands down, if you love that Kat Von, yeah, I told you this is gonna happen. Hands down, if you love that Kat Von D, you're gonna love Derma Blend. Also from concealers, I'm absolutely positively in love with that NARS Radiant Glowy Concealer. In my last video, I gave a shout out to Lil Pumpkin Pie 05. Yes, we are the same color, Amande, but I had to go ahead and get that caramel. It's one step up, and I have it mixed on my face today. My face is beat today. All right, can we talk about this for a minute? I forget how good I feel when I do my makeup. I've been laying in my bed lately, sulking like a wet blanket. Like I've just been laying there like, and I don't know why. It was the holidays. The holidays do me so dirty, but I feel so much better. So back to the concealer. The amande and the caramel mixed together create this beautiful highlight. Like you can see that I'm highlight, but there's no transition. There's no artificial yellow, brown. You just blend it, girl. I'm telling you right now. Speaking of blending, let me show you guys my new beauty blender sponge. This thing is the bomb.com. And you guys know that I don't use that phrase very often, but when I do, you know it's real. This sponge is the bomb.com. It is so soft and so fluffy. When you wet it, it gets so big. It's beautiful. I love the fact that both ends are pointed. I can get all up in my under eye area, all throughout my forehead. It really just puts that jaw into consideration. It will have them ankled. Ah, yes, yes. People will be so angry with your situation when you're beat, when your face is on fleek. Yes. Guys think that girls wear makeup for them. Nah. We wear it to shade each other. My face is so beat right now that I gotta pop my mad loud. I'm silly, but seriously, I love a beauty blender sponge. I also have love for brushes. You guys know that I recently did a video, not even recently, a little while ago on these BH cosmetic brushes, the chocolate ones with the rose gold handles. I absolutely love. There are a few brushes, just about all the brushes from that set. Mainly their contour brush, which I love for powder application. I love it for contouring. I love it for dusting. I just love it. They're so soft. They are synthetic hair, so they're less expensive. They're tapered amazingly well. So many of those brushes for the eyebrow work, for the contour work, bomb. Amazing brushes for an amazing, amazing price. Been in love with those brushes for a while. Brushes I've also been loving, Sonia Kashuk. I have been a big fan of Sonia Kashuk brushes for a long time. You know how when you see people jump onto something and you be like, I've been using them for years. That's how I feel about Sonia Kashuk brushes. Sonia Kashuk brushes, hands down, are amazing. They do have some that are better than others. I love her black handle brush line. Ace, boom. For years. Loving the big fat fluffy with the body. Them brushes have body. The handles, love them. Love that they don't roll. Love that you can hold them in a very precise way. Love that they're super fluffy. And they're a good price. They are not the cheapest brushes you can get from a drugstore type of situation, but they are really, really great. And if you have them, then you know what I mean. She also has a couple of really, really unique ones from her white handle brush line that I'm in love with. Use several of them today. They have this really flat top one, great for contouring. I've been noticing that that brush shape in particular is on lately. I've been seeing everybody with this brush. Love it for contouring. Love it. Then she has another one that I think is absolutely brilliant. It's like a angled brush, flat and wide, just magnificent for contouring. My contour is courtesy of that brush today. Courtesy of that brush and Beanie Man on Pandora. If you follow me on Twitter, then you heard me talking about that lady saw over that deport them beat. I was in here beating my face, whining. Yes, loved it. Always will be a big fan of the stippling brush, specifically the smaller stippling brushes. Now, when I first started using stippling brushes, it was all about the big head, the big body brush. But when I really start realizing how I like to use the stippling brush, I realized that the small little head, the little small body one, perfect for me. I love it in my T-zone. I love it for contouring. I love it for blending out a highlight. Just get all up in my face area because I like to apply my foundation with a flat top brush or a sponge, and then I like to blend it out. So the big stippling brush is not really for my liking, but the little tiny one, I love it. Especially one from BH Cosmetics. It's like $5. It's awesome. It's dense. It's just a great brush. Really, really good. Okay, so a few seconds ago I was talking about how I love to blend out a highlight. I want to talk about some of my favorite highlights from this year. I mainly have one in this video, and I will have other videos coming up where I mention just a large array of products. But the Hourglass, can we talk about that Hourglass? Now, it is kind of pricey. I was pacing around Sephora with Ajita. My heart was just like, ugh, ugh. Are you really about to spend $65 on this? Really? Really? And I did it, and I use it every day, so I get my money's worth. There isn't a day that I beat my face that I feel like I don't need my Hourglass. The only time I don't use it is when I'm breaking out, but I'm barely breaking out anymore, and I want to talk to you about that in a minute because my face is doing its thing right now. I'm just going to talk to you about it right now. Dermal rolling. Can we talk about dermal rolling? Can I ask you a question? If you suffer from hyperpigmentation, what are you waiting for? Why aren't you rolling your face right now? I roll my face every other day, and I know you're like, you're not supposed to roll your face that much. I just go hard. I just go hard with everything I do. Like, I would probably roll my face every day if I didn't feel like it would fall off. I roll my face every other day, and then like every few days or so, I just go in with some baking soda, and my spots are falling off of my face. I'm so open off of derma rolling. Can you please get on this? Can you please get on this wave? Can you please? Can y'all please get on this wave? If you suffer from hyperpigmentation, can you please do me a favor and get on this? Can you do this for yourself in the new year? Can you please? Can you please just listen to me for once? For once in your life, listen to me about this. I'm so excited. That coffee has got me on 10. For real, I can feel it. I know I'm gonna watch this video and be so embarrassed. So amped. Like, I haven't had a big cup of coffee like this in the morning in a while, and I've been on vampire mode. I stay up till 7 a.m. I fall asleep. I sleep till about 5 p.m. I get up. I make my bed. I drag myself around my house. I pout in my Christmas slippers, and then I do like nothing. So today I got up around 2. I had a really big cup of coffee, and I feel like $1,000,000. Okay, so outside of dermal rolling, if you want your face to look really, really good, you have to use a primer. I'm so tired of people being like, primers aren't necessary and questioning a primer. The only reason you question a primer is if you've never used a good primer. Primers for oily skin, for dry skin, for porous skin, for bumpy skin. They have an amazing array of primers. My number one, I think for this year, I would have to give it up to Professional from Benefit. I would probably have to give it up to Professional. I would give it up to Professional and 2 from NYX. They have the pore filler, and then they have the mattifying primer. I love. If you do your foundation without a primer, you may feel like it looks the same and it performs the same, but honestly, I have to say that no, the primer helps the foundation to stick to your face better. It helps to finish your skin. Putting just foundation on top of your skin is kind of like just putting paint on a wall. You know, things are going to show through that's unnecessary. The texture is not going to be the same. Do me a favor and listen to me. Get yourself a primer. You don't have to get the benefit. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a good primer. Definitely go to Target, holler at those NYX primers. You won't regret it, and you'll never feel like your foundation is the same. Like, honestly, give it a try. I know a lot of people who are just like, to hell with primers, but I'm just like, nah, you got to get on that wave for real. Another wave you definitely have to jump on, I'm saying surfboard, jump on this wave, is finishing sprays. If you are an oily girl, shout out to Scandalous Beauty. If you're an oily girl, setting sprays are going to be a good friend of yours. Not your best friend, because if you OD on a setting spray, it could backfire and have you looking like an oil slick. I'm in love with 2 setting sprays, both from NYX. One is the dewy finish, and then one is the matte finish. I'm more in love with the matte finish because I'm more in love with the matte finish. If you have textured skin, if you have larger pores, you're going to love the matte finish. It's going to just have your face laid. Can we have a moment of silence for my face? Okay. If you have dry skin, you're going to love that dewy finish. That dewy finish is going to bring that plush, plump, youthful appearance back to your face. It's not going to be too dry. So if you have dry skin and you have breakouts, which is usually don't go hand in hand. Usually if you have dry skin, you don't suffer from breakouts. Usually too much acne anyway. But that dewy finish is bomb. It's beautiful. It's great for the winter when you don't want to look too dry, but you don't want wet foundation and you don't want to be too gooey. Love it.